Welcome in to Winter Sports Spin, and it's not because we're afraid of the cold. We're just, inside virtual for the first couple. We'll get back to the studio at some point. J.W. Cox alongside Blythe Whaley. And Blythe, excited that you get a chance to do the old virtual sports spin for the first time.
Yeah, definitely glad to be here. Certainly not the same. I wish we were in the studio together, but I'm glad we're able to at least get some winter sports and have it feel a little bit more like this time of year.
Absolutely. And we got the winter sports activity started last week, and so that means we've got plenty of highlights. And Blythe, it's to you for the first one to christen the winter season with some boys basketball.
Yeah, of course. We have our first cat clash of the year, which is pretty fun to see our two teams match up. The Cougars taking on the Panthers. There we get to see the Cougars getting ready. And they went to Panthers. But this one is kicking it off on offense, but Fitzgerald has other plans as he goes all the other way to the deuce. Lindsay toes it up, lines it up to drain the triple for the Cougars. But the athleticism here is shown as Trey Johnson gets that one. But again, it's Trey with the fingertips, gets it over, and the Panthers get to have that floater fall. But continues to go the way of the Panthers. O'Giles, 4-3, and he gets it, his second of the night. This time, Cougars trying to make something happen, but some textbook transition basketball happens as the Panthers feed this one up the court. Estebanez passes this one out wide, and the Cougars get a triple of their own. The Cougars coming out of half have some energy with transition game of their own. Walsh puts it through. They get it into Skelly, going to work against a couple Cougars, and he gets it and will go to the line for the three-point opportunity. But keep an eye on Fitzgerald as he goes driving straight for the hoop, and he gets it. But the Panthers come away with the victory, 87-47 over the Cougars. And their first win of the year. Definitely feels good to come out of the gates. But also celebrating that 400 win by Grant Guzzi, an amazing coach. I'm sure the program is so happy that he is there with them.
Playing Bengals Andover Huskies boys basketball matchup at Andover to start the season. Bengals in white. Bengals getting started from deep. Isaac Moyne, like coin, cha-ching, knocks it down, gave them an early lead. They're down 6 here. Little drive, little dish, playing big. Jared Kleppe underneath. Big man for the Bengals, they can run. How about Jack Pelkey underneath the bucket? He'll go up and finish it softly with the right hand. Staying right in it, 6-point game. Masungu, I'm open. Hit me. Bang. He hits it. Sam Masungu with the triple. Andover up by 9 in the first half. Up by 15 in the second half. Bengals trying to affect the comeback. There's Dylan Myers. Got to the rim and a finish for Myers. Back at the other end, a good spin. Calvin Foy. Like he had him on a string, just like kind of a toy for Calvin Foy. Yeah, rhyming today. That's what we're doing. Block shot, loose ball recovery, kick out 3, bang. That goes down for Brandon Merrigan. I'd like to see it again. That's just a good rhyme. We didn't need to see it again. 3 ball, seeing plenty of that from the Andover Huskies. It goes down for Ben Kopetsky. They had plenty of scores. Offensive rebound chance? No. Popped out. Kopetsky pops out way down the floor, and he'll lay it up and lay it in. And unfortunately, the route on for the Andover Huskies. Bengals, little late 3 on a pop for Luke Radke. 4-3. One more rhyme out the door. 69-44. Andover Huskies get the win. Bengals are 0-1.
Certainly glad that everybody could get back on the floor. The Bengals, not the result they wanted there, but plenty more high school basketball to come as we'll have some coverage, but they'll be playing here throughout the month of January as we take a look at the upcoming schedules for our 3 schools. Bengals, they'll have Anoka and then travel to Centennial for another one of those cat clashes, Blythe, and then we'll have Centennial at Andover to be the tune-up there before they get to take on the Bengals, and Champlin Park and Totino Grace, the next 2 opponents for our red-hot starting Spring Lake Park Panthers this season. girls basketball, Blythe, also underway, and we were able to pull some footage and cover one of those games and pull some footage for two, and you've got the first one out of the gates for the girls, too.
Yeah, very fun game to be at, and especially, I mean, so the guys, they had their run at Spring Lake Park, but the girls taking over for their Cat Clash at Centennial. This one coming out of the gates. Again, seeing the teams doing their best, wearing their masks, social distancing, all happening here before we go underway. But Jody Anderson kicks it off, drive, powerful in the lane, puts it up, but 3-point opportunity here. She'll go to the line. Spring Lake Park Panthers, Macy Smith wanting to put the team on her back. She goes all the way. Look at all the Cougars she had to go around to make that one happen. Camille Cummings on the other side, going to the hoop strong for her team as well. Camille Cummings had numerous plays like that throughout the night, but not deja vu. Macy Smith making it happen again there on the left side of the basket. But Centennial transition game, we see this from them a lot, but Jody Anderson nails the triple before heading into half. Coming out of halftime, Spring Lake Park trying to swing this one around, finding Ngeni down low, able to go over the beast that Geyer is down there. Ngeni scoring for her team. Cougs trying to take the triple, but this one going back up by Mulberry with that second chance opportunity. Spring Lake Park Panthers trying to beat that full court pressure by Centennial, but Cougs comes away and puts up the layup here for her team. Panthers looking to swing this one as Dunbar able to take it herself all the way. That lane just opened the floodgates there. But Cougars continue to try to go, but Dunbar, look at the scoreboard here as Dunbar gets the steal and makes the bucket. They're trying to come back in this game late. Cougars trying to ice the game. Here is Jody Ant going up, gets the 3-point play opportunity, and this seals the deal. The Cougars win this one 59-49 to start out the season.
We had Andover Huskies and Blaine Bengals as well to open up the girls basketball season, and it was, well, at Blaine, where the Bengals would try and get things rolling, but they had their hands full with Kylie Scowcroft. Scowcroft hits the jumper there to help the early scoring, and then in transition, some good passing. Scowcroft on the back end of it for the Andover Huskies as well. Bengals, they could get things going too, and they got a Molly Garber. Molly Garber off the bounce and off the 1 foot, the little left foot finish with the right hand, knocks it home, springs back in to play defense. More Huskies as they're able to get up the floor quickly. The dish into the corner, and the jumper goes down for Piper Ingleby, hitting the three-pointer there from the corner. This will be a high-scoring game. Off the bounce, Reagan Van Sluten, she takes it in, goes off glass. These two teams, they've found their way to the top of the Northwest Suburban Conference the last couple of seasons. Deep three, Madison Haney. You got to watch her as she just takes it all the way down the floor and scores it. Post play for Annie Fine. Turns in the post, into the lane, and finishes. Andover Huskies maintaining a lead as it's kicked out. Another three. Soph White knocks it down. The three ball used as the weapon for the Huskies. This game was a 9-point Husky lead at the half, but the second half much closer thanks to shots like that from the Cougars. Huskies, though, too much offense. Alyssa Girth kicks to the corner. There's White again for a triple. They end up with 77, a high-scoring affair, and Andover wins it 77-70. Blaine will take on Anoka, and then they get that Centennial matchup. Cougars, they go on the road twice, including at Andover, that team we just saw, and at Blaine. And then Spring Lake Park will take on Champlin Park in another home game in girls basketball before two on the road, traveling to Totino Grace and to Coon Rapids. From basketball to inside on the ice, and we've got hockey too, Blythe, because it's winter in Minnesota, and then that's, kind of saving the marquee sport for last there for a lot of people in high school hockey. And we had some good girls high school hockey action this past week to help get us started.
Yeah, we sure did. Our Blaine Bengals took on Maple Grove there at Fogarty Arena. Very fun way to kick off the season. And to see them take the ice. And like Jed, I mean, these ladies are so pumped to be here, getting to see this early shot coming from Brielle Fussy as she tries to get it through. Crimson come away unscathed, but come attacking here on the other end. That was Annika Johnson from long range. But let's see this again. A wonderful save here by Hansen. That close range, man, oh my. Credit where credit's due. But Fussy coming again on the attack, and she gets the goal here for her team, putting the Bengals up 1-0 in the second. Taking a look at this one again. Bam! Fussy able to surge her team ahead for that 1-0 win. But 50 saves for Hansen, so credit to the goalkeeper there. Taking a look at the schedules, getting to see Blaine taking on Osseo on the 19th, and the 22nd going to Rogers. Centennial takes on Maple Grove here tomorrow, and then Osseo on the 23rd on the road. And Spring Lake Park Anoka going to take on Andover, and then later on this week, Armstrong/Cooper.
Boys hockey, the Blaine Bengals, after those first two games, they split those first two. They'll take on Anoka at home and then travel to Elk River Zimmerman. Centennial off to a 2-0 start after they shellacked Anoka in the opener. Spring Lake Park up next for them, and Spring Lake Park, one game so far, dropped that one to Armstrong Cooper. They'll have a tough one against those unbeaten Cougars coming up next. Well, I had the privilege, Blythe, as you guys were inside covering some hoops late last week. I got to go to the pool. I don't know about how many times people get to do that in the winter, but got to be at Centennial High School for the opening matchup of the season between Champlin Park and Centennial in boys swim and dive.
Cougars just 2 Northwest Suburban Conference meet victories a season ago, but off to a great start in 2021. They would win this one over Champlin Park 96-82. Got it started with the 200-yard medley and taking first, third, and fourth. Best time, George Atkinson, Max Shire, Aiden Gillen, and Josh Washburn, 150.01 to take the top spot there. Varsity back in the pool again for the 200 free, and that was the top 2 spots to the Cougars. Liam Goulet with a time of 2.81. Josh Ardall, 2:10.58. Couple of seniors coming in 1 and 2. Varsity 200 individual medley. That was the Rebel first win. Elaine Pham, 2:17.63 took it. George Atkinson in second for the Cougars as they took the third and fourth spots. 50 free, watch out for Hunter Belting this year. He's going to put up some times. The senior with a time of 22:73 in the 50 free as Josh Washburn also took third. Cougars taking 2 of the top 3 spots from the Rebels. In the varsity dive, that was Garrett Phillips of the Rebels taking the top score, 2:44.35. Couple of 7s mixed in on some of his dives, edging out Riley McNamara of the Cougars. 100-yard butterfly varsity, Alex Larkin, Josh Ardall, Josh Washburn. Top 3 spots for the Cougars. Larkin and Ardall down to the finish. 103.24 for Larkin for the top spot. 103.82 for Ardall just off his hip. To the 100 free for the varsity, Hunter Belting again, this time for the Cougars with a time of 51.30. Rebels would take the second and third spots. Nick Jacobs and Logan Schrupp coming in second and third. Varsity 500 free, longest race of the meet. Donovan Durand wins it for the Rebels, 5:28.54 the time. Cougars take the next 2 spots, Liam Goulet and Quentin Lehman. Goulet with a 5:39.04 for second. On to the 200 free relay. Again, the top team for the Cougars. Hunter Belting, Josh Washburn, Quentin Lehman, Liam Goulet, 1:39.44 the time. Rebels would take the number 2 spot. Cougars got the number 3 and number 4 spots in that 200 free. Left us to the 100-yard backstroke. Aiden Gillen, George Atkinson running 1 and 2 and just tenths of seconds apart. Gillen wins it 102.39 to Atkinson's 102.66. 100-yard breaststroke, final individual event of the meet. That was all Rebels. Top 3 spots, Pham, Gustafson, and Frolke. Alan Pham with a 109.61. Cougars trouble in the relay of the 400 free. Did not have a qualifying finishing team, so the Rebels took the top 2 spots there. Kalahar, Gaspar, Croning, and Jacobs with the 4:07.56 as the time. Final score again for the meet, 96-82. Cougars in the pool out to a 1-0 start.
Well, just getting started, Blythe. I mean, that's fun. Just as they would say in swimming, I guess, just dipping a toe into the water a little bit for what the high school sports coverage is going to be. And we've got plenty coming up here just over the next few days, starting tomorrow and rolling right back into the busy schedule.
Yeah, thrilled that we're back at it again. Taking a
That
look at
matchup
the
tomorrow
team
will be
schedule.
Centennial. Yeah, it'll be Centennial again tomorrow as they'll take on Spring Lake Park in swim, and then we'll get Park Center at Centennial. We'll get a lot of Cougars in the pool. Boys and girls basketball too coming up. Blythe, Blaine, and Centennial, both of those matchups. Then Armstrong at Blaine, and we'll cap this part of the schedule next week with Blaine at Anoka Spring Lake Park. And of course, as always, NorthMetroTV.com for the full schedule. And note that part at the bottom. Our schedule's subject to change. Their schedules are subject to change. We went through all this in the fall, so we know that everything can be pretty fluid throughout a week here in high school athletics. But I'd put it to you, Blythe. I mean, it's just fun to be back, right?
Yeah, we'd rather have fluid than nothing, so we'll take it.
All right. Well, that'll do it for our virtual edition to open up the winter sports season here on SportsDen. Don't forget, you can follow us on social media. That's a good way to keep up to date with everything we're doing as well. And so, Blythe, as we always do, go out and support your teams. Go Bengals.
Go Panthers.
And go Cougars. See you, everybody.